I like, click, subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. It's Netflix time. This movie's called Prime Time. On New Year's Eve 1999, an armed man enters a TV studio during a broadcast, takes the host hostage, and makes one demand: to give a message live on air. So this movie just came out. It's about an hour and a half long. I guess it's considered a Polish drama, right? Spoiler alert, let's get it. So we start off with this guy outside, standing outside the studio, and everybody's getting ready to do a broadcast before the new year. You had this chick named Mira who was running late for a broadcast, which honestly, they were about to replace it with this weather girl chick. So as she's about to do a broadcast, see these guys walking down the hallway by the name of Gregor and Sebastian. Before you know it, Sebastian takes the program hostage. He's asking for somebody to get this program on air. They're talking to this lady named Laura who runs the production company. This chick named Laura. But she's telling them she got hurt and get a camera operator, all this other stuff. But it's hard to get people that want to come in there. For one, it's New Year's Eve. Two, who the fuck wants to come in there during a hostage situation? But Sebastian's not stupid. He's thinking to himself, if y'all were already going to do a broadcast anyway, why the fuck they aren't already there? And then as they're sitting there, Mira gets the brilliant idea. Once they turn off the fluorescent lights and put the regular lights back on, while Sebastian's standing on the upper deck, Mira's trying to make the break for it. But her stupid ass forgot that they put handcuffs on the door. Where the fuck she thought she was going? So then he gets her back down and has both hostages sitting in the car that's sitting over there. Now Gregor actually worked at the station as a janitor or something. Mira didn't even know who the fuck he was, but he says he's been there for like 2 years. But Mira's the type to not recognize anybody. She was high class, maintenance, all that shit. So then Sebastian makes a phone call to this dude named David, tells him to turn on the air, or turn on his TV, because he's about to do an important broadcast. Then they show us cameras of everything that's going on the other stations. Some people talk about real life situations, and other people are just celebrating for the new year. Then all of a sudden we see a bunch of police heading into the station, led by this guy, old fake Commander Duke looking ass. These niggas lined up at the door. Apparently a bunch of them got into the control room. Apparently these goofy motherfuckers turned on the lights by accident and showed there was a bunch of police in the control room, obviously making a bad situation worse. Fucking dummies. So now he's on the other side so they can't see him. He tells the police, get the fuck out of there. Then he talks about what they're gonna do inside the car. This guy's talking to him, feeding him some bullshit. Sebastian's not buying none of it. He's trying to get on air, but they're basically stalling and shit. Then he tells him to pick one, either one or the other. Forced to make a decision, they pick Mira. Of course they do. Nobody knows nothing about Gregor. Mira's the high maintenance, flashy person that stays on top of the TV. But he doesn't do anything to either one of them. He's just testing these niggas. More random TV shots. This Sebastian just gets to hear an unexpected voice. His dad. Now his dad explains to us that his son was in a nut house. Yeah. And he had a stuttering problem, and he was sitting in there for about 6 months without saying nothing. Then the moment his father started going off, Sebastian started stuttering. And his father was like, how the fuck you gonna broadcast something to millions of people live on air and you can't even talk to me? At this point, he's just making the situation worse, actually just breaking down Sebastian. It's pretty fucked up how he gets to him. Then we have this negotiator by the name of Lisa. And trust me, she's the only one that's actually trying to calm Sebastian down. But after a while, they cut her off too. Just when she was starting to get somewhere with Sebastian too. Then somewhere in between all this, they try to cut the lights off on him, and he tells them he's got a bomb in his backpack, which they're forced to draw back after they evacuate everybody else from the building. Then out of nowhere, Gregor passes out from all the anxiety. And as Sebastian's getting water, Mira looks down and sees that this nigga Sebastian dropped a damn gun. Clearly he had no game plan for this shit. He's just fucking stupid right now. But she ain't even bothered to pick it up. Yeah, don't worry, it is as ridiculous as it sounds. So seeing as how they ain't going nowhere, these niggas smoke up. Gregor starts dancing for the camera and shit, while Sebastian films it. Then they're asking this guy named Andrew a bunch of questions. I think he's like the president of the company or something. Then they ask a bunch of people about the situations taking place, and they think this guy's a lost cause and deserves to be in the loony bin. Andrew's talking to him, but he's basically stalling for time again, because they ain't got nobody that's gonna put him on a live feed. They tell him the president's still making a speech, but Mira tells them they bullshitting him. The president's speech has been pre-taped. Then she makes a phone call to the competitor, the network station's competition, and tells them, fuck it, I'll make sure they get you live on air. Keep in mind, up to this point, I've gone through an hour of this movie, and we still don't know what Sebastian's reasoning is for hijacking a damn station. Bottom line, it gets to a point where he's getting frustrated, and it's supposed to be live, but even as Mira's talking, even Gregor lets him know that they're not even really live. And he's like, you know what, fuck this. Then they turn off the lights in the studio again, risking the hostages being killed. And while it was dark, her goofy ass tried to escape again. Sebastian caught her, slammed the door, but ended up slamming the door in her hand. Silly motherfucker, damn, that shit look painful. So I guess somewhere along the line, the handcuffs came out the door, and this guy comes in, he's trying to get one of the hostages. So he tells Gregor to help this guy get Mira the fuck up out of here. They're pulling her away, he's pretty much free and clear, he could just dip, and they won't have no more hostages. But Gregor decides to come back in. Then it gets to a point he tells Gregor, man, like, just get the fuck out of here, man. So now he's just in there by himself with his notes. And I'm thinking he's gonna read them out loud or something, but as Andrew's talking a bunch of bullshit, he ends up burning the notes. So it's like, damn, we ain't never gonna know what he wrote on there. He gets in front of the camera, he's like, fuck it, he's just ready to kill himself. He bangs out twice, but there's no bullets in the chamber. So they bust down the door, get this nigga. Last thing we see is people cleaning up and Gregor walking home. And now I'm pissed off because the whole time we're trying to figure out why he got on TV in the first place, we ain't never gonna know. Yeah, he might have just been crazy, but bottom line is we need an explanation or something. Prime Time on Netflix. Check it out, like, click, subscribe, do all that. You're on top of this, click easy, all easy, mister. Big, you got this slogan.